Hey everyone.
I'm Jane.
I'm Kitten.
As you know, my name is Pat. It's that time again. It's time for another episode of the Kinky Christian Podcast. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Here is the Kinky Christian. Dun, 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 dun. Listen to our podcast. Right, people? Let's do it.
Lord help us.
All right. Now that we got that out of our system, or maybe we didn't. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to move on. Y'all found us. Welcome back, guys and gals, and everyone else, whatever. Welcome, everybody. All you lovely people. Why are you giving me the look?
Because you earned it.
Oh. Okay. So, what are we going to talk about? Oh, by the way, I'm Pat.
I'm Kitten.
You had to think about that one for a minute,
I
didn't
had
you?
to think about that.
You forgot who you were.
I did. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day for you?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You okay?
I'm okay.
We'll get through this.
Yeah.
We'll just chug it through.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Chug, chug, chug. Anyway, so we're going to do a probably, I don't know, 4 or 5. We'll see how long it actually lasts. Kind of shorter podcast for you. We've been getting kind of long-winded on a lot of the other ones, and things have been kind of getting, like serious. A lot of, thou shalt not. So we want to get to some thou shall. Right?
Right.
So what we decided to do was we're going to do this series just, I call it a series. Why do I keep saying series? It's not really a series. It's just going to be more fun, loving, kind of cool little videos now, little podcasts. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the things that we like to do as far as our dynamic, give you some examples, and give you some tips and tricks and some safety advice on how to do this stuff safely. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
So what we wanted to do first is start with something that's, I think, fairly simple. And remember, we are not experts in this, okay? We have taken class, we have studied, we have read, but we are not experts. We know what works for us and how things work that, like, when I do to her may not work for you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Or am I rambling?
Well, you are rambling.
Am I rambling? Okay. I usually ramble.
Yeah, you do.
You're being kind of quiet.
It's because my throat is still
raw.
messed up
Okay.
from being the sick.
From you got
Being the
just
sick.
down with the sickness.
Yes.
Yeah. In case you can't tell, we're just getting over some stuffs at our house, so we're not feeling the greatest. However, we wanted to get some content up so that way we don't miss things and let you guys down. We've done that enough. We're going to do our best not to do that again. So that's another reason why these might be kind of shorter episodes. But anyway, the first thing we're going to talk about is wax play.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. It's getting like wax play?
Kitten likes wax play.
Yeah. So why do you like wax play?
Because I like the way it feels.
Can you like elaborate? Or
Not really.
No? Because doesn't it burn?
Yeah, it burns. And it only hurts for a minute.
All I got going through my mind is John Mellencamp. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good.
Of course you do.
Sometimes love doesn't feel like it should. Anyway, so we just brought a couple things to show you guys. This definitely isn't all we have, but we don't want to get like everything out, but just to give you guys an idea of what we got. Ooh, look, I'm already wax playing on my hand. So you can get candles. This is a larger candle. We tried to buy the more higher quality, I guess you would say, candles and wax play implements, just because the wax is usually better quality. It burns better. It melts better.
Comes off better.
Comes off better. So this is a couple things. This is a candle. You can see it's got the wick up top. Both of these have lower melting points, which is also good. You can get like if you use just a normal house candle,
You're gonna burn your sub.
that's going to burn. And some people like that, so it's okay. But just understand that that has a higher melting point than candles that are specifically designed for wax play. So, in fact, this candle, I don't know, I don't want to like get up and like zoom it in on you, but on the back it even says for novelty use only contains soy. So that's another thing. If you have allergies, make sure you know what's in your candle, because if you get a candle like this and you have a soy allergy, you're going to get a whole different kind of burn on your skin.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not good. So make sure you know what's in your candle, because a lot of candle makers that make the good quality candles use a lot of different things, perfumes, soys, different. Some use like paraffins and milks, and so so you got the typical, and you can get these in different sizes. You can buy a cheap box of little ones that are about the size of my pinky with like 6 of them for like $2. The candles come in all different. You can buy them in the shape of a dildo. You can, I mean, candles are candles.
They have some cute ones.
They do have cute ones. They're cute until you burn them the first time,
Yeah.
and then they're just like half cute and half ugly. So I suggest if you get the cute ones, burn them up right away. And then you can get things like this. Now, this is just a sample. Again, just a sample. This is a nice little glass jar that...
It's a jug.
Yeah, a pitcher.
Pitcher.
Glass pitcher that is full of candle wax. You light it. What's nice about this, so like with a candle, you have to be very diligent. You can't just light this and let it sit for a little bit. You light it, and then you got to watch it, and you get like driplets. Some of the thicker ones like this, you might be able to get a little pool of wax in there, but it's mostly going to be for dripping. Something like this, however, is great, because a lot of times when we do wax play, it's not the only thing we do. It's usually the last thing we do in a series of other stuff, because once you do wax play, it can be messy.
Yeah. You're
So
pretty much done.
You're kind of done. So what's nice about something like this is it's contained. So I can light this, and I can let it burn the entire time we're doing something else. It doesn't matter how long we're doing it. If we're doing it for 5 minutes or an hour, this is just going to keep melting and pool up in there. And then I get to pour on to kitten, which is a lot different sensation than just dripping.
Yeah.
It's, you tell me. I mean, I would think it's more intense because you get
more heat, more wax,
and a
in
wider.
a wider space.
So, and if you've ever seen that wax art, people will get different colored waxes and make body art, basically.
It's beautiful.
It's really pretty, yeah. And then take pictures. But you can get basically like a melting pot where it doesn't have a wick at all. It just heats the wax and melts the wax. We do not have one of them yet, but I'm sure that purchase is coming soon, because even with something like this, it will only get so much liquid wax in there, and then it just starts burning it off. It doesn't just keep melting it. So, and I know Kitten likes that wax body art, so
Yeah.
I'm sure one of these days we'll buy like a little wax melter and play with that for a little bit. So the things you got to be watchful of: watch for what's in the wax. Make sure you know what your wax. For instance, we have one of these. I don't believe it's this one. I think it's our orange one. Could be this one. Not 100% sure. That is actually got oils in it, so when it melts, as instead of having to clean it up, I can rub it into her skin as like a rubbing oil. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So know what's in your wax when you're using it. That's huge. That's one of the biggest things. Two, know what your wax melting point is. That's another big thing, because if your wax melting point is really high, then your wax is going to be a lot hotter going on to the skin. There's two kind of tips I want to give you. Like I said, we're not experts in this, but the distance that you hold the wax from the skin as you're applying it affects things too. So if I'm holding a candle, if I got Kitten right here and I'm holding the candle right here, that's going to be a lot hotter and it's going to spread more than if I'm holding it up here. Because just that little bit of air going, it does cool it by a few degrees, enough to where it is cooler when it hits her skin. Also, if I'm using the jar and doing it up here, it can splatter. So be mindful of where you're at and what you're trying to accomplish as you're using the wax. And then two, a helpful cleanup tip, because it's very messy. As enjoyable as it is very messy. I suggest we always put a towel, no matter where we're at or what we're doing, we put a nice big beach towel or something down. So we try to make it that where that takes the brunt of the overspray. But you can take like lotions or rubbing oils, massage oils, and rub them onto the skin before you do this, and that helps the wax to come off a lot easier. Because some waxes, they are a pain in the butt to get off. I mean, I've had to take like a credit card and like scrape down her skin. Now, some people enjoy that. However, keep in mind that skin is very sensitive now. It's been burned. I mean, you're actually burning it. It's a first degree burn that you're doing onto their skin. So you don't want to be doing that. So the thing with the oils is you want to make sure that it's rubbed into the skin and that you don't have any pools or too much moisture, because you can create hot spots. The oil will actually act as a heating element. When that wax hits, it'll heat it up and kind of hold the heat a little longer, so you could burn the skin a little more. So be very careful when you're using oils. Make sure it's all rubbed in so the skin is nice and smooth and slippery, and you should be okay.
Yep.
So, but
And
yeah.
be mindful of where your fire's at and your candle.
What do you mean?
You don't want to put the fire to your
To your sub? No, or to your house.
or to your house.
That's another thing. Fire safety, man.
Yes.
Make sure that you
have
are.
like water, something to put the fire out in case it gets knocked over or whatever.
Or
And
to cool the skin off.
Or to cool the skin off. Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be water. It can be water, but it can be just a nice wet towel.
Yep.
Just something that you can quickly cool or extinguish something with.
Yep.
Yeah. And make sure you watch, like if you got cats or dogs or someone that will knock something over, make sure that you are very aware, fire safety. That's something a lot of people don't think about.
No, they don't.
So thank you. I forgot all about that.
You're welcome.
This is why she does this. She has to keep me going. But yeah, wax play is enjoyable. It's enjoyable for me. I like, because I get the different colors, and so I get to like make little designs on her, and then I get to take pictures and show her what I did, and so yeah,
It's fun.
It's really fun. But yeah, that's wax play. Again, we're not experts. Read up on it. Make sure you are fully aware of what you're doing and what you're doing it with, and that both parties feel very comfortable doing it. Again, like everything else, I test so I know what it feels like on my skin before I put it on hers. Everything I do to her, I do to myself first. Almost everything. Almost. There's
Almost.
almost. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Right.
So, and anyone who knows Meatloaf knows what I'm talking about. So, yeah, if you're going to play with someone, make sure you know what you're doing to them. So that way you have a better understanding of what they're experiencing. So I think that about covers wax play.
I think so.
Unless you got anything else you want to add?
Nothing I can think of right now.
It is fun.
It is fun.
And
It is hot.
It is very hot. And it can be intense.
And what's cool is you can do like use the wax play and like have the hot and then have an ice cube.
Mm.
And then you have like
Opposite.
the opposite sensation. And it's like more intense because you're already hot. So it amps it up a little bit.
Yep. Good call, kid. Well played. Well played. All right, guys. So if you have any questions and want to talk to us about anything, hit us up on Gmail. Our Gmail address is The Kinky Christian Podcast. Don't forget the at the beginning. The Kinky Christian Podcast at gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook. We do have the Kinky Christian Podcast page. I've been slacking a lot on that just because I'm not really a fan of Facebook. I have it there just as another avenue, and we do check it, so don't think we don't check it, but we don't post a lot on there. Or you can hit us up in the comments. So either one, any of them work. Let us know, if you got questions, if you got suggestions, anything. Hit us up and like and subscribe. Share us around. Let's get this ball rolling and keep things going good. So I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
I know your voice ain't. It's
Fading
fast. So, all right. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.